Hey folks, Toad here with Visordown.com. Another one of the big news stories from EICMA was the launch of MV Agusta's new sub-brand, Lucky Explorer. And if you're looking at these Cagiva bikes that are a bit of a mishmash of all the different Italian bike manufacturers bundled in together, you can see where the inspiration came for the name, the logo, the paint scheme, and the ethos. So we have a couple of new adventure bikes. Now this one is an interesting proposition. So this is built by Lonshin, DJ, whoever. It's a 550. It's basically the Benelli TRK entry-level adventure bike. Slightly different swing arm, more high-spec suspension, more high-spec brakes, and obviously the MV Agusta's own bodywork on it. And it's going to be slightly more expensive, but not much more expensive than the Benelli. So 47 bhp, 2 cylinders, 220 kgs. It's not really a bells and whistles adventure bike, but as we've found out in the past on adventure bikes like the Honda CB500X, it doesn't need bells and whistles to make it an enjoyable bike to ride off-road. If you were looking for an entry point into sort of MV Agusta ownership, not actually an MV Agusta, it's called a Lucky Explorer, this is probably as cheap as it's going to get. Because Timo Sadarov, the CEO and owner of MV Agusta, told me yesterday this is the one and only time they will outsource any manufacturing to any other company than MV. He kind of regrets a little bit that he signed a contract with them. And yeah, I think that is probably why this bike especially is not wearing an MV Agusta badge, is because MV didn't feel comfortable with a bike being built in China wearing an MV Agusta badge on the tank. Right, next to this we have another adventure bike. So this is the bigger sibling of the one we were just looking at, the 950. Same engine as the Turismo Veloce. I need to get around this corner. Same engine as the Turismo Veloce. This one is built in Varese at the MV Agusta factory, and this is their proper assault on the adventure bike market. Seriously, some quite high spec kit on it. So the Brembos are really high spec. The suspension system as well, fully adjustable at front and rear. We've got an electronically adjustable rear shock absorber and electronically adjustable front suspension. Looks very similar to the 550 part next to it. But this is a completely different kettle of fish. So you've got 123 horsepower, 3-cylinder inline engine, exactly the same as the Turismo Veloce. It's coming in at 931cc, and the dry weight of this is 220. So an all-up weight, including fuel and fluids, will probably be nudging 250 kgs. And again, we've asked for a landing date of when this will land. We're thinking the bigger bike will be 2023, the smaller bike will be 2022, and pricing has not yet been confirmed. So there we go, that is the two new Lucky Explorer Project adventure bikes from MV Agusta.